My dear students, today we are going to discuss about fractions. How we can use the basic mathematics for the fractions.
තාමත් අපේ channel එක subscribe කරලා නැත්නම් දැන් අපේ channel එක subscribe කරන්න. ඒ විතරක් මේ වගේ වීඩියෝ හැමදාම ඔයාලට බලන්න පුළුවන්. පල්ලෙහා තියෙන bell icon එක click කරන්න මතක කරන්නත් එපා.
Yes. As we discussed in last video of how we are going to use the basic mathematics for numbers, as we discussed in that chapter, today we are going to discuss how we are using basic mathematics for fractions. Main thing is, as we informed in last video, we will share with you the test, online test. You can log into that using this below link that is I have mentioned below of this video. You can log into that and you can answer for all the questions online. After submit, you can get your results within 1 second. We will share with you this test for each and every lessons after the finish every lessons, and we'll share that link with you. Then you can improve your speed and the knowledge using that online exam. I think that will help you to improve your mathematics knowledge and the time management, because you can't answer the questions after finish the given time period. Right? Okay. That please practice that. I invite you all to practice that also. Right. Today we are going to discuss what we are going to discuss under fractions. We are not going to discuss deeply this chapter, but I hope to give you all basic idea about the fractions, explain what is the fraction, and how we convert fractions into mixed fractions into the improper, and improper fractions the mixed fractions, and use the basic operations, addition, subtraction, and division and multiplication for the fractions. Okay, first of all we are going to understand about the fractions. As you all know, our parents are sharing their assets after coming their children to the suitable age level. Take this example. In your family, you have a daughter, you have a brother or sister. That means there are 2 children in your family. Right? Your father has decided to divide his land into 4 equal parts, and he has decided to give 1 part for his daughter. His part is going to give his daughter. What is the total number of parts? There are 4 parts. What is the part getting daughter? 1 part. If we will write this as a fraction, but fractions 1 over, always the relevant part should write in the numerator, and total part should write into the denominator. In the fractions, I need to tell this one. This is what called numerator. This is denominator. Right? Okay. Right. Again, the father has decided to give 2 parts for son. I am shading this in green color. This is getting by son. What is it? Parts? How many parts he is getting sun? 2 parts. What is total number of parts? 4 parts. Sun's parts portion as a fraction. What? Total is 4. Sun has taken 2 parts. 2 over 4. This is the fractions. We are sharing some information using this fraction. This is the basic idea about the fraction. Right. Okay. Basically, we need to know. Next, we are going to discuss about the fractions type. There are a few fractions types. Real fractions. First thing is real fractions. Real fractions. How we can identify real fractions? If the numerator value is less than to the denominator value, that is real fractions. For an example, 2 over 3, 3 over 5, 2 over 7, 5 over 8, like this. We can write many examples for that. If the numerator value is less than to the denominator value, that is real fractions. Right. Next fraction type. Unit fractions. Unit fractions. Unit fractions. How we can understand unit fractions? Unit fractions. If the numerator value is always 1, if the numerator value is always 1, that is unit fraction. Right. Next one. Mixed fractions. Fraction. Mixed fraction. How we can write mixed fraction? If there is a whole number in front of the fraction, that is mixed fraction. 1, 1 over 2. 2, 3 over 2 over 3. 5, 7 over 10. Like this. There is a whole number in front of the fraction. This is a mixed fraction. Right. Next one. Improper fraction. Improper fractions. Improper fractions. Improper fractions. If the numerator value is greater than to the denominator value. If the numerator value is greater than to the denominator value, that is improper fraction. 5 over 2. 7 over 4. 10 over 6. 10 over, we get 7. Like that. These are the examples. These are the examples. Right. Next one, there is equivalent fractions. If some fraction, if we will multiply a fractions by a same number, numerator and denominator by same number, if we will multiply the numerator and denominator both in the same number, we can get the equivalent fractions. Similar fractions. 3 into 3, 3 into 3. 2 into 3, 6. 3 into 3, 9. Like that. These are similar fractions. 5 over 7. We will multiply by 2. We will multiply by 2. 5 into 10. 7 into 40. These are the fractions. We can find more and more fractions, equivalent fractions to the 2 over 3. If you can divide, if we will divide by 3, another fraction. If we will multiply by, if we will multiply by 3, another one. If we will multiply by 4, another one. If we will multiply by 5, another one. All are the equivalent fractions. Those are similar. All are similar. Okay. These are the fractions type. These fractions type you need to know. Right. Next way we will discuss how we can convert improper fractions to the mixed fraction. Convert improper fraction to the mixed fraction. mixed fraction. Okay. This is improper fraction. 5 over 2. Very easy to convert this. How many 2's for 5? If you will divide 5 by 2, what is the answer? 2. What is the balance? The remainder. Remainder is 1. Always the denominator will be the 2. Right, next example. 7 over 5. How many 5's for 7? 1. After subtract 5 from 7, what is the answer here? 7 minus 5, 2. The denominator will be the same. This is the way that we can convert improper fractions to the mixed fraction. Right, convert next. Mixed fraction to the improper fractions. Very simple. If there is a number in front of the fraction, that is mixed fraction. Right. You need to multiply the denominator with the whole number and add the 1 for that numerator value to that answer. 2 into 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 over 2. Another example, 5 2 over 5. 5 into 5 25 plus 2 27 over 5. Another one, 7 into 6 42, 42 plus 2 44. The denominator is the same. This is the way that we are using to convert improper fractions to the mixed fractions and mixed fractions to the improper fractions. You need to know this part also to simplify the fractions. Otherwise, if you don't know this one, you can't answer for the fractions. Right. We have learned the basics about the fractions. Now we are going to the basic calculation for the fractions. First of all, we want to start from the addition. Okay. Addition of the fractions. Addition. Fractions. Addition of fractions. Example 1. Example 1 over 5 plus 3 over 5. Puta. If the denominators are same, the answer denominator is the same. Very easy. 5, the answer denominator will be the same. Add numerators together. 1 plus 3, 4 over 5. Okay. We'll discuss different numbers, denominator. If the denominators are different number, we'll discuss. How we can discuss, solve this. Right. The denominators are different. What we ought to do? We need to find the common denominator. How we can find the common denominator? Common denominator means the least value, the minimum value that we can divide both denominators. The minimum value that we can divide 5 and 2. Very easy, we can find 5 into 2. Sometimes when we are dividing these two numbers, that is not the minimum value. But you can get the correct answer and the end of the answer you have to simplify further. Right, we will get this one. What is the minimum value of these two? 5 into 2, 10. Right, this is the common denominator. Right, now you need to check how many 5's for 10. How many 5's? 2. That value you need to multiply by the numerator of this. 2 into 3, 6. 2 into 3, 6. Now you need to divide 10 by 2. How many 2s by 4, 10? 5. 5 into 1, 5. 6 plus 5, 11 over 10. This is improper fractions. If the answer is the improper fraction, you need to convert it to the mixed fractions. Always need to keep the answer as mixed fractions. Don't put that as an improper fraction. How many times for 1? 1. Remain the balance is the top. The denominator is here. Okay, we'll discuss another one. Okay, we'll discuss this one. These two are mixed fractions. If they have given mixed fractions, before you start the calculation, you need to convert all the mixed fractions into the improper fraction. That is very important. That is very important. What we are going to do? We are going to convert all the mixed fractions into the improper fractions. 5 into 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. 12 over 5. 3 into 1, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 over 3. Right, okay. Now we need to find the common denominator of these two numbers, 5 and 3. What is the least number that we can divide both 5 and 3? Very easy. 5 into 3, 15. 15 is the least common multiple of 5 and 3. Right, okay. We have taken the common denominator of this sum. Now you need to divide 15 by 5. How many 5s for 15? 3. There are 3 5s for 15. Then that 3 need to multiply by 12. 12 into 3, 36. Plus 15 divided by 3, how much? 5. 5 into 4, 20. Right, we'll see. 36 plus 20, 56 over 15. This is improper fractions. You need to convert this improper fraction to the mixed fraction. How many 15 for 56? 3 15s. 15 into 3, 45. 56 minus 45, 11. Same denominator we will put here, 15. This is the way that we are using to calculate, to add the fractions. This is the way that we are using to add the fractions. This is the fractions answer. You need to know how we are adding the fractions. How we are getting the common denominator. First of all, you need to convert mixed fractions into the improper fractions. If the answer is the improper fractions, you need to convert it to the mixed fractions. That those two parts are very important. Right. Now we are going to discuss about the subtraction. Subtraction of the fractions. Subtraction of the fraction. Right. Subtraction is also same. Only difference is in the addition you have add the numerators. In this case you need to subtract numerators. That's the difference. You need to get the common denominator. You have to convert mixed fractions to improper fractions. If you get the answer as an improper fraction, you need to convert it to the mixed fraction. Everything is same, but in addition you need to add numerators. Subtraction, you need to subtract numerators. Whatever the signs they have given, you need to do that operation. That is the only difference in the addition and subtraction. Okay. First example. Sorry. Okay. 5 over 7 minus 2 over 7. Right. What is that? The denominators are same, therefore the denominator of the answer is the same, 7. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is how much? 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, second example. 3, 2 over 5 minus 1, 1 over 7. Okay. These are mixed fractions. What we want to do is, first you need to convert all the mixed fractions into the improper fractions. 5 into 3, 15, 15 plus 2, 17 over 5. Minus 7 into 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 over 7. Right, now what we want to do is, we need to find the common denominator of these 7 and 5. What is the common denominator? Right, by multiplying 5 and 7, we can find the common denominator. That is the common denominator 35. After getting this common denominator, you need to check how many 5s for 35. You need to divide 35 by 5. How much? 7. When we are dividing 35 by 5, that is 7. 7 into 17. 7 into 17. 7 into 17. 17 into 7. How much? 7 into 7, 9. Remainder 4. 7 into 1, 7, 11. 119. 119. Okay. Minus. 119 minus. Okay. Minus. 35 divided by 7. How many 7s for 35? 5. That value multiply by 8. 5 into 8. 40. Okay. Right. Here 119 minus 40. How much? 9. Here 9. 11 minus 79. 79 over 35. 79 over 35. Right, now this is the improper fractions. You need to convert this fraction into the mixed fraction. How many 35 for 7 and 2? 35 to 70 is balance 9. 35 here. 35 here. Okay. This is the way that we are going to use to subtract the fractions. This is very easy. If you can do the addition of fractions very easily, very well, subtraction is also you can do the very well, because in the addition you need to add numerators, in the subtraction you need to subtract the numerators. That is only difference, addition and subtraction of the fractions. Okay, I think if you feel that you have a concern about fractions, addition and subtraction, please practice and practice. This is the basic, not only the critical sums. In the your grade, relevant to your lessons we will discuss. In the relevant grade, we will discuss deeply these fractions as they want. Okay, right. We'll move to the next one. Okay, now we are going to discuss about multiplication of the fraction. Multiplication of fractions. Fractions. Okay. Example 1. Very easy. Most of the students are what they are doing is they are getting common. They are going to get the common denominator for the multiplication also. That's very wrong. Very wrong. In the multiplication lesson is also very easy. When you are multiplying, you need to multiply separately, numerator values separate, with the numerator values with numerator values, the denominator values with the denominator values. That's the only difference. If you can simplify numerators and denominators, firstly you need to simplify. If you can't simplify further, you need to multiply numerator values and the denominator separately. That is the answer. If the answer is an improper fraction, you need to convert it to mixed fraction. That's only the difference. Same like addition and subtraction. If they are given the mixed fractions, you need to convert mixed fractions to the improper fractions before you start the calculation. That the same things are doing. In this case, we are multiplying numerators and denominators separately. Okay. 2 over 5 into this one. Very easy. You can't simplify further numerators and denominators, no common numbers. 2 into 2, 4, 5 into 3, 15. Okay. Second one. Okay, we'll see how we can do this. Very easy. Right, we can simplify this. We can divide this one by 5. There are 1. We also this one also we can divide by 5. How in 5? This one we can divide by 7, 1. This one we can divide by 7, 2. Right, we have everyone we have simplified. Right, now here 1, 1 into 1, 1. 2 into 2, 4. Very easy. Very easy. Third one. Third one. 7 or 12 into 7 or 12 into 5 over 7. How we can do this? Right, we can simplify this 2. 1, 1. 7 divided by 7, 1. 7 divided by 7, 1. Okay. Here these two we can simplify. If we can't simplify further, we need to multiply numerators and denominators separately. 1 into 5, 5. 12 into 1, 12. This is the answer. If the answer is an improper fraction, you need to convert it to the mixed fraction. You can convert improper fractions to the mixed fraction. Only thing is you need to keep in your mind, we need to keep answers real fractions, unit fractions, or mixed fractions. We can't put answers in the improper fraction. It is improper fraction, you need to convert it to the mixed fraction. That is very important part. Okay, this is the multiplication of fractions. Now we are moving to the division of fractions. That is also very simple. If they have given fractions to the divide, what we are doing is division we are converting to the multiplication. After that we are following the multiplication method. Okay. Division of fraction. First one. How we can divide this one? Right. What we are, these two are real fractions. What we want to do is we need to convert the division to the multiplication. What we want to do is you need to get the reciprocal of the right side number fraction. You need to get the reciprocal of the right side fractions of the division side. You need to convert this to multiplication, change numerator and denominator values. 3 go to up and 2 comes to down. Right. Okay. Now you can't simplify these numbers. Therefore you need to multiply. 5 into 3, 15. 7 into 2, 14. Right. This is what this is. This is improper fractions. You can't put answer as improper fraction. You need to convert this to the mixed fraction. Right, okay, 1, 14 here. Here 14. Right, second question. Second question. We'll see. Right, what they have given? They have given mixed fractions. As we discussed, we need to, if they have given mixed fraction, we need to convert this to the improper fractions. We can do that. 5 into 3, 15, 15 plus 4, 19 over 5. Here 10 into 1, 10, 10 plus 7, 17. 17 over 10. Next one. Right. We need to convert this multiplication, division sign to the multiplication sign. What we want to do, get the reciprocal of this number. 19 over 5 into 10 over 17. Very simple. Simply we can simplify this one. 5 divided by 5, 1. 10 divided by 5, 2. We can't simplify further. Therefore we need to multiply 19 into 2, 38. 1 into 17, 17. The answer is how many 17s? 2 17s. 17 into 2, 34, remain 4, 17 is here. Okay. Now we have discussed all the operations in the fractions, all the basic operations we have used for the fractions. If you feel that you have a concern about fractions, please practice and practice, and also please follow our link below in this video, and do that also. Then you can improve your speed and the accuracy, everything you can improve. Please do that also. That is advantage for you to improve your time management and everything. Okay, as we discussed up to now, we have finished the 2 videos, basic mathematics, how we are using the basic mathematics for the numbers, how we are using the basic mathematics for the fractions. We are discussing in the next video, we will discuss how we are using basic mathematics for the decimals. That also very important. If you don't know this fractions part and the decimal part and the number operations, you have a concern to the continue your chapters in future. So we will meet with next video. I bought.
තාමත් අපේ channel එක subscribe කරලා නැත්නම් දැන්ම අපේ channel එක subscribe කරන්න. ඒ විතරක් මේ වගේ වීඩියෝස් හැමදාම ඔයාලට බලන්න පුළුවන්. පල්ලෙහා තියෙන bell icon එක click කරන්න මතක කරන්නත් එපා.